Welcome back to Bull 482. A little bit different content today. Kind of one of those update videos type of thing. And we're going to do an oil change on this truck. This truck, God, when's the last time I made a video on it? I don't know. This truck, some of you may not remember, some of you are new to the channel, but this truck I have had since about 2019, I think. 2020. I bought it from the junkyard for $975. Came as a 302 automatic AOD truck. And here now as it sits, it's 302 with an M50D R2 5-speed. And it's 4-wheel drive. But it's sitting on 2-wheel drive springs, which I love because this truck is very easy to get in and out of. Most of my friends can get in. Actually, I think all of my friends can get in. So, I've been pretty happy with that. Done a lot of work to this truck. Unfortunately, I had a little run-in with a dumpster one day. So that sucks. I'm going to try and pop that out, but yeah. She's got some dents on her here and there. A lot of them have been there before me. That's the only dent I've put into it. But this truck, when I got it, I did a carb swap on it. Did the 5-speed swap. Drove it for a couple of weeks, and one of the freeze plugs blew out. And, well, I found out how long it takes to blow up a 302 with no coolant. It's about 10 miles. So I've since built the engine. It's a 30 over engine. It's got a little bit of a cam in it. I didn't go too crazy with it because I didn't want to have to put valve springs and do all that fancy engine building stuff. It's mostly stock engine, stock heads. It has the original heads to 1985. Original block, crank, rods. Probably something else I'm forgetting. And then it just has a cam, long tube headers, and 4 performance intake, and a Holley Sniper 2 EFI kit on it. And it's been great. I pretty much finally got this thing dialed in. Kept having issues with the headers leaking. One of the videos I did, I think last year, was putting copper head gaskets in this thing, and that was an amazing upgrade over those paper fiber nonsense gaskets. So I haven't had any header problems with this thing. I've had my side pipes come loose and almost fall off a few times, but kind of got that at bay. I'm actually going to build an exhaust for this, hopefully before we go to the Gambler 500. I kind of want to get rid of the side pipes. I don't necessarily hate them, but I want just a more traditional exhaust. Get everything routed out the back so it doesn't stink in the cab. Yeah. Other than that, I really haven't had many issues with it. I just throw gas in it, toss an alternator belt on it once in a while. I do have to fix the cooling system. The electric fan deal is not working for this. So I need to go to the junkyard and find an OBS 302 and get the whole serpentine drive off of it. And that's gonna be a whole ordeal on this because I got to pull the front cover, I'm gonna put a whole new mid-90s front cover on it, and get this to where it has like a sort of stock cooling system, not for the year, but just for, you know, the engine basically. So other than those issues, it's been a fairly reliable truck. It's a lot of fun to drive. You might think a stock engine is no fun, but this thing is a rocket ship. It'll do burnouts, no problem. It does need traction bars, but that's another time. Anywho's, I want to change the oil on this. Maybe show you guys around a little bit, and just talk about the build, and maybe go for a small drive, and then that'll be that video. The next project I want to get working on is Millie. Millie is the militia truck I bought from someone up the street from me. That needs some engine work. I gotta figure out what I want to do there. A lot of that comes down to money. I recently got laid off from my job, so I'm getting a severance package and hopefully another job lined up after that. If that all works out, I'll be picking up something special for Millie, but I'm not gonna. It's all in the head right now. Yep, there she is. The old 302. I've got about 10,000 miles on it since the rebuild. I don't drive this truck every day, just usually from the farm and back, or maybe to the bar a couple times. Getting dirty under here. I think I finally got the belt situation dialed in, but I really would like to get this to a serpentine setup. Get an actual fan shroud in here with a mechanical fan. The electric fan stuff is just not, it's not working out for me. I don't want to spend any more money on electric fans. I've got one that is not working, so that sucks. But I had to put I put a 180 degree thermostat in this. It's a 192, which is what this stock being EFI would run. It's way too hot for this setup being board 30 over. So I had to go to a cooler thermostat, and it's running a lot cooler, but in stopping on traffic, especially on a warm day, it's still an issue with not having the proper cooling fan set up. This radiator is junk. I have no leaks on my engine or my hoses, but this is leaking somewhere. I can tell it's been leaking right here a little bit. So I may end up getting a new radiator for it before Gambler. Probably would be a good idea. It's been leaking since I got it, ever so slightly. I probably should roll this truck in a little bit further so the sun is not blowing out the view here. I think I put headman headers in this thing. I don't know if you can see them, but they're made for a truck this style, for the F-Series and Bronco. And they fit perfectly. I didn't have to modify them at all. Other than just wrapping them in some heat wrap to keep the temps down. A long time ago I made my own plug wires, put an HEI in it. The part store wires, they're all goofy lengths, so I made these to fit. Gonna have to get some batteries for it. I think these are getting a little old. I've got a mismatched one over here. Yeah, I have an air horn in it that's controlled by my onboard air. I have a tank on the side of the frame down there. This pumps her up. One of my favorite things about this truck is rear air. I love having my air suspension. Don't mind the noise. Anyways, let's grab a pan and drain the oil on it. Well, here's the underneath. Nothing too fancy. It's got a front and rear axle from a '89 Bronco. I put these in a few years ago. Energy suspension bushings. I still need to replace the radius arm bushings. I got a set I've got to try and make fit on there. Front and rear sway bar. This was from a '94 F150, and I just made it work on my '85 here. Oh look, antifreeze. Nice. Yeah, this is a lower catch pan for the radiator fluid. Let's see if we can get under here without getting fluid in our eyes. There's our drain plug. Yeah, we got a little bit of a rear main seal leak going on down here. Oh yeah, my radius arm bushings are blown out on this thing. Hopefully we don't have any part numbers or yeah, well, it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely dirty. I gotta see if I got a washer for this. Yep. This engine, I did a pretty good job building this engine though. This thing has put up with my shenanigans, that is for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna change the tranny fluid too at some point. I'm sure that's needing it in the transfer case. This has been a fantastic truck after building this engine and putting Holley Sniper kit on it. Real nice. It's a little toasty there, and it's right full. I run a 530 oil in here. They gave me the dirtiest 1515 filter. It's okay, doesn't appear to be used. No, I didn't pre-fill it. Nor did I lube it up. We'll start with some STP stuff. This is doing nothing, by the way. Drink up, little buddy. Oh yeah, this is gonna go down very slow. It's a controlled pour. While that's going down, take this, pour it in our oil, give it the old vice grip garage treatment. Let that just do the thing. Put all that ZDP stuff in there. ZDDP. And then we look underneath and find out we dumped everything on the floor. Alright, well that's all you gotta do to maintain your 300 horsepower 302. I don't know if it's making 300 horsepower, but typically a build, what I have here, is about a 300 horsepower build. You know, small cam, 30 over, intake, 4 barra. But yeah, the Holley Sniper, it's so good. Theoretically, if we have 6 quarts of oil in here, then we shouldn't have to check the dipstick. So this thing right now with the cold oil makes about 50 psi of oil. It likes it. Now, fully heat soaked, driving on the highway and then getting off, I make about 20 pounds of oil pressure. It's a properly built engine, so I'm gonna go with that's normal. And it has a Melling high volume, I think a standard pressure pump. Haven't blown it up yet. Kitty! Yeah, I don't know if you guys won't be able to see this, but we're just a smidge over the safe line, so that's good enough for me. That's where this thing has always been filled up since I rebuilt the engine. Cool. Maintenance done. Still gotta do the transmission. I don't think I have enough fluid for that. Oh man, this thing sits low. The drain on this is conveniently above the cross member, which I don't remember it being like that. Oh, my fill plug is nice and tight. That's cute. Oh. Well, I'm not going to change that because it looks fantastic. It hasn't even... Huh. That's still nice and red right out of the bottle. We'll leave it. Well, it is a little glittery. I haven't changed it since I rebuilt the engine. Maybe I will change it out. Son of a bitch. Well, to my ultimate surprise, the magnet, and I have not cleaned this off, it's actually not bad. When I used to change the fluid on this transmission before I rebuilt it, which was already rebuilt before then, I think I got like 6 years out of it, and the counter shaft snapped on it. Left me with 4 forward gears and no fifth and no reverse. But whenever I would pull this plug, there would be little, offshoots. This is not bad, considering the amount of burnouts I've done in this thing. I've probably done at least 20 burnouts in it. Maybe not that many, but... And from first to second, when it's cold, it's a little crunchy. I've had other M5ODs not like that, but this one's been kind of special. But yeah, that's not bad. And we've towed with this, pulling, if I can find the picture, I'll throw it up on here, but pulling hay trailers and doing burnouts. This is pretty good. Happy to see this. I thought it was going to be Edward Scissorhands for a second there, but it's not. Well, just about every manual transmission will have fluid that looks like that. The brighter metal is usually your synchros. So it's been 4 years or so since I've changed the fluid. It was fresh when I put the motor in, so. And again, we didn't see anything scary on the magnet, which actually was surprising considering it's an M5OD, and they're kind of a hit or miss. You get one that will last a long time, or you get one that lasts like a few years and then something goes wrong. But this one, it's second rebuild, at least since I've had it. I'd call that good. I mean, there's no filter or anything in it, so all that metal is just floating around. That's why you want to change this oil. I've got 4 quarts. That should be enough to fill it. I'll need to get some more and do the transfer case, and then this thing will be fully serviced as far as fluids go, so that's cool. I got the shifter stick off here. Very easy to do. all you gotta do is this shifter bolt here. You get the nut off one side that keeps it in. Then you go to the other side and then you just tighten on this. It comes out. And you get yourself a Torx, whatever size fits. This one doesn't say. It's probably a T27 or something. Take your shifter top off. This is a great time to put new bushings in, or a new cap, because these seals go out, and once these things start leaking, you're gonna have some big problems. Cool, the gasket's intact. You can just plop that right back on, and then you stick this in and you fill her up. We'll put 4 quarts in. That should technically overfill it, which is a good idea with these transmissions. There's plenty of room above the fill line where the fluid can expand and whatnot. We got a mystery bottle of ATF that needs to disappear. Brand new. And I do it this way because screw the other ways. If you don't have an electric pump or a transfer pump or something, this is the way to go. Those hand pump things, no. Forget about it. Fill and drain plug are in, snugged up. Let's see how many quarts we got in here. We got 2.5. Yeah, it is very important to change the fluid on these M5ODs. If you can do it once every 2 years, or if you drive it a lot, do it once a year. I mean, it's 4 quarts. No big deal. I might pull a fill plug and see if anything comes out. And just like that, your engine and transmission are serviced. Transmission probably took me about like 30 minutes to do the transmission, drain and fill. My shifter boot isn't screwed down, so I was able to just and then undo the one stud holding the shifter down. Take the little cap off, fill it, 4 quarts. I went a little over 4 quarts. But like I said, there's plenty of room in there for the fluid to expand, and these M5ODs need to be overfilled anyways. So that's good. We didn't find any scary stuff. Yeah, so happy there. I'll do the transfer case later. The rear end has already been done. The rear end's going to get done again when I get my limited slip for it. The front, I can check it. I think it's good. I got to suck it out to, you know, service it, but I'm not too worried about the front. So yeah, let's go for a drive. I'm going to put you guys on the cockpit zone. Fluids, huh? I need to get a new fuel sender unit for my front tank. It's something special. Have you rest your foot on the clutch pedal, whatever. I'm not even pushing down on it. transmission seems to like the fresh fluid. Left airbag was pumped up when I got gas. The way this thing sounds. The chicks dig it too. Still got to do the front brakes on this. They're okay, they're just not great. This thing scoots. As long as she's cruising down the road, it runs at 186 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's nice. She does run cool up until the stop and go traffic hits. Oh, I left a wrench on the ground. That's good job. What do you think?